Hey guys, so today I'm going to show you my guide on Lilu from Master X Master. She's a very fun master. You get her with 7 souls after completing 30 title matches. She falls under the support character, so let's just get right into it. Let's get into her weapons first. She has 3 of them like any other master. First one will be damage, and she gains plus 40 damage. Our next one will be range, and she will get plus 200 units, which is very crucial for Lilu. And then next we have attack speed, which gives you 0.10 more seconds of attack speed. I personally use the range to keep a safe distance with you, Lilu. Although damage is strong, keep the attack speed in mind because it does combine well with Lilu's passive. Her passive is every 4 auto attack, she gets an additional auto attack. Now, enough for the weapons, let's get right into the notes. Specifically just for PvE. For my notes, I have ×4 yellows. Then next we have ×1 reds, and then lastly we have ×1 blues. For yellows, I have 3 CDR nodes because Lilu kits benefits from CDR to spam her spells or keep them on a short cooldown. All her abilities are really good for escapes or DPS. The 1 red node will be damage to increase her DPS just by a little bit from auto attacks. As I said, I do like playing safe with Lilu, so with the range boost in the red, it'll give me a little more power to my auto attacks. And lastly, we have 1 blue, which is a Tago healing. On my node page had Tago healing because I believe it's probably one of the strongest blue nodes out there right now. With these combinations, Lilu will have 100% node efficiency. So next we'll talk about Lilu's abilities. Now her abilities are what make her a very unique master. So let's talk about her first ability, Bird Prey. It allows you to pick up 1 single target and place them anywhere on the skill radius. Next we have Talon Swarm. Talon Swarm is an AoE spell that strikes anyone in the area every 2 seconds, as you can see from the gameplay. Next we have Birds of Feather, my personal favorite. Lilu soars into the air with the help of Haru, traveling up to 25 meters and gaining CC immunity, which is important. Next we have Feathercrest. Feathercrest, it marks the target and Haru stuns the struck enemy for 1.5 seconds, which is great for PvP, but it's not so great for PvE. Lastly, we have her ultimate, Screeching Crest. Screeching Crest marks an enemy for 6 seconds. Every 1.5 seconds, the skill does AoE damage. Markers move as enemy attacked out, but that doesn't really affect PvE. My personal 2 combination is Talon Swarm and Birds of Feather. Talon Swarm is profound on providing AoE damage on any stage. Birds of Feather allows you to reposition yourself after getting into a sticky situation. Being immune to CC abilities is great on any stage. Although Bird of Prey and Feathercrest are great skills, for PvE, I still prefer Talon Swarm and Birds of Feathers. With Talon Swarm and Birds of Feathers, I can play safe while pumping out a decent amount of DPS throughout the stage. So lastly, we're going to discuss the best masters to work with Lilu. I believe the best masters that go well with Lilu for PvP are high DPS masters, since my playstyle with Lilu are pretty safe. So we're going to talk about Taijin is first, next we're going to talk about Lua, and then lastly we're going to talk about Vonak. So each of them have their own respective roles. Of course, it all depends on what stage you're all playing. For an Ardent stage, you pick Taijin. On Kinetic stage, you pick Lua. On Helix stage, you pick Vonak. And of course, always play Lilu according to the stage's element. But on Kinetic, it's okay since your enemies are Helix as well. Each master has a constant string of skills and auto attacks that continues to pump damage into enemies. And if you're ever in trouble, you can always switch out. Let the tag out healing do work. And the reason why I didn't play Vonak on this stage specifically and why I played Vita instead is because Vonak was taken by my 2 companions and I didn't have any other DPS greens, so I just played Vita and let them carry me. Let's switch things up around and let's go straight into PvP, since Master X Master is PvE and PvP. Now for PvP, I do play similarly on PvP. From Lilu's 3 weapon choice, I still take range. I take range because I like to play safe and poke at the mini wave or my enemies. The attack speed does synergize well with your passive, but that's a whole new Lilu in general. Damage is a standard weapon choice, but range fits my playstyle much better. specifically from other masters that like to play aggressive, and then when I switch to Lilu, I have the poke range. I don't need to get next to my opponent, which is really nice personally for me. Next, we'll discuss Lilu's nodes for PvP, specifically for PvP. So first we have times 4 yellows. I'll get to later what these times 4 yellows are. Next we have 1 red, and then lastly we do have 1 blue. Now for 4 yellows, here can be 3 CDR nodes and skill power or mana per second, personally how you play Lilu. Skill power if you want a little more DPS, MP, mana per second if you want to just play safe. This is a personal choice. Always keep CDR nodes on Lilu since her kit does work really well with them, especially Talon Swarm. If you can get that on a 9 second cooldown, it'll reset itself. Next we have, for 1 red, I have 1 weapon damage to make my range auto attacks do a little more damage. And lastly we have 1 blue, I have health instead of tag out healing because on PvP you do not really get the full benefits of tag out healing. Next we will discuss Lilu's skills on PvP. My 2 favorite combination will be Talon Swarm and Birds of Feather. Talon Swarm is great for wave clearing, jungle monsters, clearing out the fallen heroes AIs, and blocking off area from the enemy. Birds of Feathers allows me to play aggressive with my other master while having a safe escape with Lilu. Having a CC immunity does come in handy while escaping. Bird of Prey is a great skill to have on PvP. It's an easy skill to bait out opponents' tag outs or place them in a horrible position, but it's also a little predictable and puts you in a bad position. Feather Crest is a great skill for Lilu. I would play this skill with the attack speed Lilu build, but Talon Swarm and Birds of Feather provide much more utility, in my personal opinion. Lilu's ult is a great skill for Titans or big monsters. It's a great way to make enemies tag out or finish off an enemy that already is tagged out. I can't tell you how many times an enemy's tag out and think they just escape, and I just press R on them and just get an instant kill. All these abilities on Lilu can actually be used on PvP. It just depends on your personal playstyle and how you like to play the game. Last, for PvP, we will discuss the master that best fits Lilu. First, we will talk about aggressive masters, just like Jin Young, for an example. You can rush the enemy, spam your ability, and switch to Lilu to make a safe escape. Next, we will have ranged DPS masters, such as Lua, for example, who can play just as safe as Lilu, and you probably won't die with these two as a combination. Next, we have support characters, such as Vita. With another support character, you can use Lilu to make plays, but if you play this kind of style, you would want Bird of Prey to make picks on the enemy or save another teammate. So if you enjoyed this video, leave a like and a comment telling me your favorite Lilu build. I know there is a ton of ways to play Lilu, either different nodes, masters, or abilities. That's the best thing about Master x Masters. There are many ways to play one character. Thank you for watching and have a great day.